Hello, and welcome to Old Time Knits. This is episode 46. My name is Marie, and I'm coming to you from central New Hampshire. Today is June 3rd. Can't believe we're in June already. And this is my channel where I talk all about my knitting and fiber stuff, some crochet too. So if this sounds like something you might enjoy, then come on in and let's get started. So much to talk about. It's been about a month, I think, since I was here last, and I have lots of finishes. I have 5 finished objects, and a couple of whips, and a dream knitting, and then some chitter chatter at the end. I also want to mention I have two things to mention going on over in my Ravelry group. The first one is the Get Gifting Make Along. I say in my Ravelry group, I do have a thread for that there, and you can also post pictures on Instagram, but you have to tag me in them or I don't always see them. Anyway, it's called the Get Gifting Make Along. It's a year-long make along. No prizes, we're just doing it for the fun of it, to get our gifts done for our holiday knitting or crocheting. We don't want to stress out anymore. I don't want to stress out anymore in November and December trying to finish up gifts. That just takes the joy out of it for me. So I have decided to be on a mission to get gifts done on a monthly basis, and I cannot tell you how many fun and beautiful projects are over there in the Ravelry. It's just great to have people participating. So if you want to, see what's going on over there, then head on over. I will leave a link down below for the Ravelry group, and lots of people posting lots of great, beautiful finished objects for gifts. So that was the first thing. You can also use the hashtag GetGiftingMAL 2025 on Instagram, but tag me in your posts so that I can be sure to not miss what you're doing. It's an awful lot of fun. And then the second thing I wanted to mention is I have been talking in the last few episodes about buddy knitting and having a buddy to do projects with. I also have a thread over in Ravelry for that. I think it's called the Buddy Connection, so that if you would like to find somebody that maybe you could knit along things together with, or just a fiber friend in general, feel free to reach out to people in that group. Post your information, what you're looking for, what you like to do, your interests, that kind of stuff, and maybe somebody will connect with you. It has been life-changing for getting things done, and so much fun. So that is all the official office work, if you will. And now I'm going to get on to my finished objects. So the first one is a big one, and I'm super happy to have it off the needles. And this was a buddy project. This I have wanted to do for a long time, and here it is. This is it's so big, my Vertices Unite by Stephen West. It's so big. All right, I do have a little video. Sorry, I'm banging the camera. I do have a little video that I took of it so that I can show it to you a little bit better in all of its glory. So again, the Vertices Unite from Stephen West. This was a buddy project. I did the large size, which is 5 colors of fingering weight yarn, on a US 4 3.5 millimeter needle. This does have an I-cord bind off, which was a little time consuming, but well worth the effort. The pattern has some amazing tutorials in it, and Stephen West has his own variety of short rows, if you will, and he does a really great tutorial on those to get you through them. And the only modification I made in section 2, which I will show you, it was in the pattern, it was stripes of 2 colors, and it's the blue section at the bottom here. I opted to only do 1 color. I really felt like there was enough stripiness going on for me throughout the whole thing. So that was the only modification that I made. And this thing is so big, so big, and so drapey. I love it. I couldn't be happier that I did this project. It has been in my queue for a while, and my buddies came out really good too, and we really enjoyed it. It went a lot faster than I anticipated it would, because I think it's because it's in modular knitting like that, you know, in sections, and yeah. Look at the drape. It's crazy good. All right, I'll talk a little bit about the yarns. I have all of the information on my project page. Let me see what I got here. Okay, so section 1, which is the purple and white sections. This is Redwood Yarns, which is a new to me dyer. I think I found her from Selma on Little Big Knits. This is her classic sock, 451 yards, 80-20, 80% merino, 20% nylon, and the color was New Start. And this had some purples and greens in it, and I originally was going towards more of the greens, but then when I used this purple, which is Mandy's making, this is her fingering weight, and it is in the Road to the Super Bowl. It's a 75-25. Anyway, when I used this one, it had more teal than I really thought it did, so that ended up pulling teals, which is why I went with a teal for this. And that color is Yarn Ink. Oh, the messy little ball. This is her fingering weight yarn, and this is her Winter Wonderland colorway. So that went really well with it. And then this is the brown color. I don't have a ball band. I don't even know. I think this is a Polka Dot Creek color, but I'm really not sure. And then the last color I used was also Mandy's making. And this was in her spring rainbow color. So it was really, I found it a little tricky to be picking colors. I kind of picked them as I went. So I got that first section done, and then I got that second section here done, and then I picked up a neutral, and then I did a little bit of a pop at the top. And then these are a combination of a couple of the already existing colors, and then it gets finished off with that. So all in all, super happy with this, and loved it, and my buddy enjoyed it very, very much. We were chit-chatting back and forth the whole time we were doing it, and I feel like I learned a few new techniques. It's not hard, but as a beginner, I think you might get a little overwhelmed with all of the picking up and connecting sections, if you will. So, but anyway, it's off the needles, it's done, it's out of my queue, and put that one in the books. So super happy with it. And then the next finished object is a pair of socks. Here. These are a DK weight sock, 48 stitches. Put one down. 48 stitches, 10 rounds for the cuff, 40 for the leg, heel flap and gusset. This is a woman's size 8, I think, maybe an 8.5, and then a rounded toe. Super easy. US 3 3.25 millimeter needle, if I didn't say that. I love these. I don't use a pattern. This is just my own recipe, which I've just figured out along the way. Love, love, love this color so much. All right, so this is Rose Hill Yarns, and it is in our DK weight, 245 yards of 75-25 in the teacup. Not focusing very good today. Teacup colorway. And so I didn't do any contrasting. I just did a straight run all the way. And this is all I had left. So not too much. I didn't weigh that. I should have weighed that, but I would guess it's probably a 15 grams maybe. So yeah, so that is a gift for my daughter-in-law for Christmas. And I am super happy with them. These were my car knitting, so they took me a little bit longer to get done. I'm so happy to have them off. I have a new car knitting project cast on and in the car. So yeah, so that was number 2. The next one is another big one, and it's been on my in progress for quite some time, which when you see it, you'll be like, okay, I get it. You guys, I did a blanket. What? Okay, let me show it to you if I can. All the way to the bottom. What? Okay, this, I was watching my friend Judy, the Autumn Acorn. I was watching her podcast, and she had one of these going, and then I saw it in person, and I was like, man, I really, really like that. And so I started one. This is crochet. It is on, I used an eye hook, which, I don't know what the millimeter is on that, sorry. And it is double crochet. I used fingering weight, held single, mini skeins, and busted some mini skeins out of my stash. Just so happy with how it came out, and so proud of myself for completing it. So it, I would say it's a little bit bigger. It's a lap blanket, if you will, or a throw. Okay, so what I really want to say is this is a free pattern, you guys. Free. Judy has it available on Ravelry. And so I'm not going to talk about all of the different, these are just a random mini skeins. You get the gist of it. Scrappy, you could use any scraps that you had. You could also use any weight that you had for this and adjust your hook accordingly. So I use the mini skeins. In between the mini skeins are rows of single crochet. Yeah. And I used this, which is linen quill in the pale mushroom. And honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember. I think this is I only used one skein, but I can't remember. So I started this like in February, and I went crazy on it for, I don't know, about 2 weeks or so. I really was diligent about working on it, and then I put it aside for a bit because, like every other blanket I've ever done, of course, I got kind of bored with it. And then I just recently picked it back up and said, you know what, I'm so close to being done, I'm just going to finish it. And then I did my border in this fun, my border's a little wonky. I haven't blocked this, but I decided to do the border in a little bit of colorful. And this is a koigu. Excuse me a minute. Sorry. Koigu. And it's called Coffee Break. It's part of a collector's series. It's 100% merino fingering weight. And so this is the color that I used. around the border. And it took about pretty much all of that skein, I think. I'm a mess. I can't find anything this morning. Anyway, great project. If you're looking for a blanket project, I think mine is 140 stitches across, but like I said, it is a free pattern. Go check it out. Easy peasy, super beginner friendly. I had no problems, and this will be good for my camper. And I used up a lot of mini skeins, which was so exciting. So that is finished object number 3. Look at me. I know it always seems like I have a lot of finished objects and that I probably just sit around and knit all day long, but that is not the case. I knit whenever I can, and I do knit before and after work, so I get things done that way. Okay, my next finished object is a little shawlette. See if I can find the front and the back. Here we go. Here it is. Isn't it cute? I did take a little video footage and a couple of pictures. Maybe I'll pop it in so you can see it a little bit better. Super easy, super cute. I absolutely love the lace on the bottom. Okay, so this is the Sumner Shawl by Fiber of Maine. It is a DK weight shawl done on a US 7 4.5 millimeter needle. Super quick. Garter stitch stripes with a little lace border. So cute. So mine I did in, it's DK, if I didn't say that. Mine I did in Polka Dot Creek. And this is, it was a sock set. I just used the main color, Rudolph. So it's in her 75-25 superwash merino nylon. And color Rudolph. This was the main color. And then I striped it with Plucky Knitter. This is her Primo DK in 75 merino, 20 cashmere, and 10% nylon, and it's in the burlap color. So I held, this is all I had left of that. I held this and this together, and it really looked like more of a contrast. Like, it looks like a pretty good contrast, but then when I started striping them, it really, really blended in. It really came out good. And then I used the burlap color for the bottom. So if you're looking for a quickie project, it's so cute. I can't do it over the top of this one. So cute. So yeah, again, I have all of the details on my project pages. I did not make any mods. I'm just looking to, you know, stash bust a little bit more, and every time I do another project and get a little bit more stash out of there, it's awesome. So I will link it again down below. So that was okay, and on to works in progress. Just a couple things on the needles. I cleared off the needles again, as you can see. All right, so I went to my local yarn store, which is the Elegant U in Concord, New Hampshire, and I picked up a couple of sample knits for her. I occasionally do some sample knits for her. So the first one I have is in this project bag. This is Little Robin Cottage. This is one of my favorite project bags ever. I have already shown it on the podcast, but I have to show it again because it's so cute. I love her bags. Okay, so I just started, just cast on. Ta-da! It's a sock. It's fingering weight. Who am I? And I'm on little circulars. Who am I again? I have struggled and struggled with the little circulars. I keep trying them and I have struggled. So I just discovered these, which are Addies. And this is not the right package. This is a different size, but I wanted to be able to show you the package. It is Easy Knit Rockets from Addie. And they are a 10-inch instead of 9-inch. And the difference in them is that this needle is longer than this needle. Hope that you can see that. See how much longer this needle is? It's only an inch different from the 9-inch circulars, but it makes all the difference in the world for me to be able to hold on to them and knit with them. So this is my first time actually doing a sock with them, and we'll see how it comes out. I don't think it's going to cause it to be any different. I mean, it seems like it's going to be the same. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. I might just give up on them. I don't know. In the past, I've tried the 9-inch and I've made it a few rows and not liked it, but so far I did do the ribbing on Magic Loop, and then popped it onto the circulars. So we'll see. I think it's worth a shot. I mean, I like Magic Loop too, but this is a fingering weight, and so I'm going to talk about the yarn. The yarn is called Echoes, and it's by Gusto Wool, and it is a sock weight, 80% merino, 20% nylon, superwash, 440 yards to 100 grams. But it is a gradient. So for a sample, you want to get as much of the color as you can. And I will try and pop a picture up here on the screen of what the actual sock should look like. So it's a lot of rows on the legs. So that's why I decided to try the circulars, because it would be a great way to practice, right? No, just a vanilla sock, no patterning or anything like that. And so, yeah, fingering weight and circulars. Moving on up, people. Anyway, I had never heard of this company, this yarn company before, and it comes in a 2-pack. 2 separate skeins, so I wound them both up, and I am hoping to cast the second one on and get going on that too. I thought I would get through the first color, through the first round of the purple, and then pop the other one on needles, and that way I don't have second sock syndrome. Not that I usually do, but yeah, anyway. You get the gist of it. So, new to me company, Gusto Wool. So go check them out. I will leave a link down below. All right, so that was sample number 1. Also, if you get a chance and you struggle with the 9-inch, maybe you ought to try the 10-inch circular. It was just enough for my big long fingers to hook around it. Okay, and the second sample knit I am doing is a sweater, and it is called Sundial, and it is by Annabelle Spear, and it is done in Noro. So I am doing the size 2 for a sample, and I just started it. So I've got the ribbing. Look at this yarn. It's crazy. Yeah, it's quite a bit brighter on screen than it is in person. So I just, like I said, I just cast on. It is in pieces, which I'm not always a fan of, but it's a cap sleeve situation. So you don't have to, it's not too much. So the yarn, excuse me, the yarn is Noro, and I think it's called Campeto or Campieto. And that's the color number there. And this is it. It's in this big giant cake, which is cool. It's got lots of colors and such in it. Yeah. It has a lot of different textures in it. Like you will be knitting along and suddenly you'll come to a big, thicker, almost unspun section. Of course, I don't see any right now, but yeah, so it's an unusual yarn. The composition on it is 35% silk, 35% cotton, and 30% polyamide. So yeah, Laurel. Yeah, so that, excuse me, that is my, those are my current works in progress. And just this morning, my buddy and I conversed and decided on a new buddy project. And we are going to do, so this is dream knitting, it's what's next on the needle. We are going to do Ila by Orlane Suchi, which has been, she's wanted to do it for quite some time now, so I didn't really want to do it, but but then I saw somebody had done it in Sinisgarn Lena, and I have Lena. I was going to do another project with this, but I just, oh shoot, sorry. I just was not, it wasn't feeling it when I cast it on. So anyway, this is called Green Tea, I think. This is a very good summer. It is cotton viscose blend, and let's say 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. There's 50 grams, 110 meters, so it's like about, I think it's around 120-ish, maybe a little bit more, yards per skein. So, and this is color number 9541. So that, she also purchased the Lena, so we're both going to do it. We're going to do a short sleeve version. This is a very ranunculus type looking sweater, so hopefully we are happy with it. So that's going to go on the needles pretty soon, hopefully today. We'll see what the buddy says. She's got a swatch. All right. Okay, and continuing on with my segment with my Get Gifting pattern ideas. I have 4 patterns for you today. So the first one is called the Alex Hood, and it's by Pernille Larsen of Knitting for Olive. It is a hooded scarf, which is knit flat in rib, using fingering weight and mohair held together, or you could use a DK weight. It is done on a US 4 3.5 millimeter needle. How cute is this? It is adorable, and hoods were all the rage at the end of last winter, so I think they're going to be popular again. And I really like that you can wear it up, or you can flip it down and still have a scarf, and you can tie it in the front, or you can just wrap it. You can tuck it into your coat. Anyway, super cute little accessory, and I thought that'd make a great gift. I haven't made a hood yet. I don't know if I'm going to make one. I may, but I really like the style of this one. It's not excessive. So that is the first pattern in my suggestions. And the second pattern that I'd like to suggest came to me from a viewer. She has made this several times, so I love to hear what you guys like to make for gifts. You know, quick, easy knits are the way to go for gift knitting. So this is called Little Clouds, and it's Martina Bem from Strickmick. She is most known for her hitchhiker shawl. This is a DK weight on a US 7 4.5 millimeter needle. It uses approximately 315-ish yards. It can be made larger also. She said it's very adaptable and suitable for beginners. So love the little ruffle edge along it, and super cute. The viewer said that it's a very easy knit, it's very fun, and she's made several of them, so I thought that that was a good option. And you know, again, I think you could probably use fingering weight. It's obviously going to make it smaller, but you could maybe use more yardage, knit a little longer. So all right, that was number 2. And sorry, I have a paper in front of me here. Okay, my next one I'm going to recommend is a pair of socks. It's called the Swiss Dot Shorties, and it's by Nancy Wheeler of Knit Sip Happy. Hey Nancy, if you're watching. I did this as a test knit for Nancy, and I loved them. It is a fingering weight sock, but it's a shorty, so it goes quick, and it's very fun pattern to do. It's not hard, it's engaging, and super cute. Who doesn't like dots? So it's done on a US 1, 2.25 millimeter. It uses 50 grams for the main color, which is like 160 to 240 yards of fingering weight, and a 20 gram mini for the contrast. It is done top down in the round, and Nancy has exceptional directions and instructions in her patterns, and you know, very clear technique explanations. And I want to say there may even be a video tutorial, but these were so much fun. I gifted my pair. I will show a picture of them, but I gifted mine, and the recipient loved them. So, all right. And then the final one, which I think probably throughout the whole podcast you've been going, Marie, what do you have around your neck? What do you have around your neck? All right, I'm going to talk about it. It's not blocked yet, so it just came off the hook. This is the, I'm going to take it off. I love it, love it, love it. This is called Riffle, and it is by Carmen Heffernan. Okay. It is a mini neck scarf, small size. She calls it that. It's called the mini. Why can't I get this? It's called the Riffle mini neck scarf. There we go. I got it out. This is done on crocheted. This is for all my crochet fans. It is done on a G hook, which is a 4 millimeter, in a single skein of fingering weight yarn. And I absolutely loved this so much. It was so easy, so engaging. Once I got the pattern down and memorized it, it was a 1-row repeat once you get started. Love it. Crescent, or it is a triangle. I love these little, I love when a shawl does that. I just think that it adds so much style to it. It's a great project, and it went so fast. I was so surprised. You guys, I still consider myself pretty much a beginner crocheter. I mean, I can handle a pretty good pattern, but this is the first, I think this is the first, so to speak, garment or accessory that I've actually done. So what I loved about it, besides the fact that it was easy, beginner friendly, it went fast, it was addictive, was the fact that it used up almost all of the yarn. This is all I had left. And I think that's about a little under 3 grams of yarn. Let me talk about the yarn because it's delicious. Okay, this is Dark Lake Fiber Art This is Carrie. Hi, Carrie, if you're watching. This is her fingering weight yarn, and this is a newer base for her, I think, or I haven't tried it before. It is her fingering weight, 70% merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. And this is all her information. I will also link her down below in the sugar plum colorway. So it's a yak base, and it has a gray undertone to it, which you can see. Maybe you can't see. Some segments see the gray. I love it. I love it. It has a nice drape. It's not itchy or anything like that. I am going to wear the heck out of this. I did not know I would love it as much as I do. So this is, again, unblocked. I can't wait to block it because I think it's going to just make it lay a little bit better. But this will be fantastic in a drapey cotton yarn too for summer. This does not seem hot. I mean, you certainly can tie this as well if you want. Or you can wear it draped over your shoulder. I consider this more of a fashion thing than for warmth. So I love it. So I hope that if you're a crocheter, even if you're not and you would like to try a project, it really is quite simple, and what a beautiful outcome. So this was another buddy project, and we both enjoyed it. In fact, I think I'm going to make it again in the future. It's rare that I say I would make something again and actually do. But I think I will. It was so quick and so easy and a mindless project, so we loved it. So that is what I have for you for gift pattern ideas. I hope that you find one that you will enjoy. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to share is I signed up for a subscription box. It is I think it's every 2 months you get a new box. But anyway, so here it is. This is Sweet Paprika. And this is a series of subscription boxes that are designed to help you hone your skills, if you will, for different, techniques. This particular month, it was my first box, is for mosaic knitting, and this is them. It is all about mosaic knitting for this one. So in the box, you get 2 small things of yarn, and this is so you can swatch, which that's cool, so you don't have to break into your regular. And then you get 2 skeins of yarn, full skeins. This is their 100% superwash merino, and it's 220 yards on their DK weight. And this color is called kelp, and this color is called cardamom. And you do get to, you have a choice. You can either see what's coming ahead of time as far as colors and choose your color, or you can be surprised. And I chose my colors for this. It also comes with a pattern. Here's the pattern for this one. So I thought that was really cool. They had things for coming up for lace knitting, you know, and there's all kinds of QR codes, and you get the pattern and you can go and watch tutorials and all of it. So the next one coming up, I think, is a lace box, and then there's a color work, and I can't remember what they all are, but I thought it was kind of cool. It's something different. Sweet Paprika. I will link down below. And it's fun to get mail. You know, oftentimes these subscriptions, I'll do them for a little while and then stop them. Whether or not I do that call or not, I don't know, but it's it really has a lot of good technique information in them. So yeah, so that was that. All right, I do not think that I have anything else to share today. Nothing much going on. Been outside working in my garden a little bit, and that really is about it. So I guess I will wrap it up here. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and thank you to everybody who always likes and who has subscribed and continues to come back. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're working on or what you like to knit for gifts. And if you're interested in a buddy connection or you want to share some of your gift knitting finished objects, head over to the Ravelry page. Thank you everybody so much again. And until the next time, happy knitting, happy everything. Bye.